A wind spell, a sly dance floor detour, and a song called Afuera that sounds like the sun itself got dramatic. Welcome to Music Storytime, where we gently kidnap your algorithm and introduce it to better taste in music. Enjoy the background music in the free usage playlist, you dirty scoundrels. Now continuing today's focus music band Caifanes. That is Caifanes. And if anyone tries to tell you this band is just gloomy rock with good cheekbones, that is pure gobbledygook. Stay close because this gets shadowy, beautiful, strange, and gloriously alive in ways that make ordinary rock seem underdressed. Caifanes always sounded like they were building weather instead of merely writing songs. Out of Mexico City came a band that could take post-punk tension, gothic atmosphere, Latin texture, and poetic unease, then stitch it together into something that felt both urban and mythic. Not stiff, not academic, not trapped in style for style's sake. This was music with real pulse in it, music that could look you dead in the eye, while also filling the room with fog and flowers. Start with Viento, because this is the doorway where the curtains start moving, even though the windows are closed. It is one of the cleanest introductions to early Caifanes, the sound of a band already fully aware that mood can hit as hard as volume. The title is perfect. Viento does not feel like a song about weather. It feels like weather becoming a band member. This is the track to check out if you want that signature Caifanes atmosphere, where melody, tension, and poetry all seem to move in the same dark current. Then there is La Negra Tomasa, which is where the whole thing loosens its collar and starts dancing with a grin. This is one of the wackiest and best surprises in the catalog, because Caifanes somehow take their unmistakable identity and pour it into something more playful, more rhythmic, more openly alive. Lesser bands doing this kind of pivot can sound like costume change gobbledygook. Caifanes make it feel natural, like they always had this spark in them and simply decided tonight was the night to show it. If Viento is the mist, La Negra Tomasa is the room suddenly filling with bodies and movement. And then Afuera, which is where the band sounds like it has learned how to make tension bloom. This is later era Caifanes with sharper edges and bigger emotional architecture. The song has that grand, almost volcanic quality where everything feels lit from underneath. It is dramatic, yes, but never empty. That is the trick with Caifanes. They could go huge without turning hollow. Afuera is a great song to check out if you want the band at full scale, where the atmosphere is still there, but now it is carrying extra fire in its pockets. One of the most fascinating things about Caifanes is how many moods they could hold without becoming a mess. Dark and elegant, intense and playful, mystical and street level. On paper, that sounds like a recipe for aesthetic gobbledygook, one of those bands with all the right influences and no center. But Caifanes had a center. You can hear it in Saul Hernandez's voice, in the way the band's melodies keep their emotional gravity, and in the fact that even their strangest turns still sound inhabited rather than designed. And that is why they mattered so much for rock and español. They did not just copy imported styles or translate someone else's blueprint. They made their own language out of them. British shadows, Mexican pulse, romantic doom, sly charisma, all of it folded into songs that felt local, personal, and large enough to echo way beyond the room they started in. So line up Viento, La Negra Tomasa, and Afuera, and you get three perfect angles on Caifanes. One is the weather, one is the spark, one is the flair. Together they show a band that could turn atmosphere into identity, tension into beauty, and rock into something mysterious enough to haunt you and catchy enough to keep you singing on the walk home.